whether it's the NBA, 40/40, brands around the globe, your own production company and label. What's your advice to other people coming up who are trying to make it and trying to become moguls in and of their own right? What's your advice to them?
My advice is just do things that are true to you. Most things that I'm involved with are extension of being creative. Rockaway is a clothing company. It's part of who you are, and hip hop is your attitude and what you're trying to express, how you dress. I love sports growing up. I grew up in a household where sports was on 24/7. So these are things that are comfortable for me. These are things that I like. So I would just say get involved in things that you love, and also have a standard for yourself and have some sort of integrity, and try to, find some sort of truth in what you're doing.
Did that teach you something of how to be a successful businessman, or how we all are common?
All the things that you apply in business. They say that he has great instincts, but on the streets, having great instincts can be the difference between life and death, not just losing the deal. And being a person of high integrity, people want to deal with you, in business, in the streets. Trust and honorable, and, a man of your word, all these things come to play in business world.
You are associated with a number of brands, HP, Coca-Cola, Budweiser. How do you decide who you want your name, your brand, your voice tied to, and what companies you don't?
I try to. Sometimes it's just more about relationships. I pretty much try to work with brands if there's some sort of partnership there. I don't typically do a one-off endorsement deals. I've just never been interested in that. It's just more so if I can create some sort of partnership. The Coca-Cola was a partnership. I was a brand manager, acted as at one time. So I pretty much look for partners, as opposed to one-off endorsement deals.
Well, yeah, it seems like you insist on some creative control, that you're not willing to just give the Jay-Z brand out or let people buy it from you.
Yeah, for me, it's my life. It's who I am as a person. So I can't just let someone have creative control of who I am.
I gotta commend Jay-Z on this interview. He used proper pronunciation. I think that's how you say it, enunciation. It's one of the other ones. He was talking all proper. She threw a curveball because she was just like, is that the time that when you were selling crack?
Selling crack.
Like, why you even gotta say that?
Come on.
I'm a billionaire. I'm worth more money than you. See, this is a moment where
talk to him.
Interviewers be condescending to the interviewee.
Huh?
Did I say that right? The interviewer? I don't know. Get to the intro. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
It's your boy.
This your boy Yeno. Welcome to the stripper game. Here we have Jay-Z giving you advice about building a brand. It's 3 things that I take away from this interview. Number 1, make a decision.
Huh?
What you mean by make a decision?
Talk to him.
You need to make a decision to do it right now. Stop waiting until December to create New Year's resolutions so you can find out what you need to do for the next year.
Come on.
We need to do it right now. Don't take no breaks. Oh, I'm in a temporary break because so much stuff happened this year, so I just need a break. Forget all that.
Real life.
Do it right now. Don't worry about the financials. Don't worry about the bills. For once, you got to put yourself first. Put yourself first in this situation and make a decision on what you need to do.
Come on.
Make a decision, and it's going to help you create a plan so you can get to the goals that you desire. And you do this by changing your mindset.
Huh?
How do you change your mindset?
Come on.
You got to start opening your mind to new ideas. You got to go away from the social programming. If you don't notice, everything that's on the TV, everything that's on the radio is meant to program you. To program you to think a certain way. Don't get into all that because you're a business-minded person, and I believe in you. And I know you can make it happen. But we're not going to give ourselves any excuses to not get this done because we're making a decision right now to do what we need to do. And it's going to happen right now. This is our year. This is your time. This is your year.
Come on.
This is your time to make it happen.
Come on.
Make a decision on what you need to do and set goals to make it happen. Stop thinking like a worker. Oh, I just need a job for security.
Huh?
Don't worry about the security.
Come on.
Because you're going to make far more money
Talk to him.
being your own boss versus working for somebody. And it's easy to have security when you got 6 figures in the bank. That's your security.
Come on.
Your money is going to be your security. But, I mean, let's just be honest. Working at a job, you still expendable.
Huh?
Everybody thinking they found this good job that they're going to work out and retire. And guess what? The job going to fire you before you even reach retirement. You see how it works?
Damn.
See how it works? It's easier to fire somebody and take a new employee versus pay an old employee.
Huh?
And retirement benefits and all that. So I'm going to just get rid of you. That's the game.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Come on.
So you need to change your mindset from being a worker.
Come on.
There's no security in working a job. Understand that. In your mind, you think it's security working the job. Oh, you got a good job. Oh, yeah. This is what I need. This is, oh, he got that. Oh, he got a good job. No. You're expendable working at a job. Expendable means they let you go. You're replaceable.
Damn.
There's no security in working a job.
Talk to him.
But there's security in being a boss because you got the money.
Yeah.
Pay the cost to be the boss.
Come on.
So you need to change your mindset.
He ain't lying.
And once you change your mindset, you need to form discipline.
Huh?
What I mean by discipline, and I talked about this before, when you create your schedule, stick to your schedule.
Come on.
If you say you need to wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. Don't tell yourself, oh, I'm still sleepy. I don't want to get up. Let me hit the snooze button, get like 10 more minutes of sleep. None of that.
Damn.
Don't do none of that. Get up.
Goddamn.
It's a reason you're telling yourself to get up. Go ahead and get up. Do what you need to do. This is where your discipline comes in place.
Talk to him.
When you decide not to eat certain food because you want to get your body down. This is where discipline comes into place. How you going to become a business person without discipline?
Come on.
Think about that.
Huh?
In order to make a decision, you got to change your mindset.
Talk to him.
Number 2, find your niche. How do you find your niche? Well, you got to determine what you're good at. In some situations, I found out that I'm good at music because I like to express myself.
Yeah.
And I was able to make songs, so therefore I perceived that I was good at it.
Huh?
And I was more of a melodic singer, and we're in the time singing is in. So
Talk to him.
you have to find out what's your niche.
Goddamn.
You know, sometimes you'll work a job and find out you're really good at your job, and that can be your purpose.
Yeah.
Or if you got a bunch of friends asking you to do the same thing, that's your purpose.
Come on.
Do it. So once you find out your niche, you have to create a social media presence. And what I mean by social media presence, you got to have a presence on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or the biggest one out of them all, YouTube, as your social media platform. And the reason why I want to stress on YouTube, because most of the time people come to YouTube to learn.
Talk to him.
So if people come to YouTube to learn,
Come on.
and you have a content where it's teachable, you're going to get more of a following because you're providing value to your customers. You're teaching your customers how to do certain things. So to find your niche, you need to find out what you're good at, and you need to think in your head or determine in your head whether or not you're able to teach it. And if you're able to teach it, you're providing value to your customers. I would say that's the law of exchange. What law is that? There is a law, but that's the law. In order to get something, you have to give first. In order for you to gain that type of value, you have to give value first. So you have to give something first in order for you to receive. Everything is exchange. So once you find out what you're good at,
Talk to him.
you need to determine if it's teachable. If it's teachable, it'll be a good product that you can put on the social media market, because you're teaching your fans, or you teaching your audience on what you need to do in this situation. Don't nobody care about you per se. People just care about what you can give them.
All right.
So you need to learn how to use that and apply it for your own benefit. Number 3, choose your name. And I know it sounds so simple, but it's really not. See, when you choosing your name, you thinking about what people call you, what you think it might be popular, what sound right. That's not even a way to think. You need to think
Talk to him.
about your SEO. And what I mean by SEO, that's your search engine optimization. I know it's a big word, but basically, if you to type in your name in Google, what will come up? So Google use the search engine optimization to crawl websites and other sources to figure out who you are. So if you using a name like YenoMason, which was my first name, then you have all these people with this name. I think you even got a college with the name Mason. So as you can see, that didn't work for me. So I changed my name to YenoMason. It's just like, who is YenoMason? Who is that? Who is that? Mason.
Come on.
And the reason why I came up with that name because my logo was YenoMason turned backwards. And I was just like, oh, it just dawned on me. So you need to go on Google, search your name, see if this name works.
Goddamn.
See if anybody have this name. If anybody don't have the name, that's good because you're gonna use your name.
All right.
On all your social media accounts that you decide to choose. You need to definitely have a YouTube account because YouTube is racking up 72% of viewers every day, and then everything else fall in line. And it's attached to the biggest company it is, which is Google, one of the biggest companies. So once you Google search your name and you find out if that name fits you and is not taken, you can proceed on finding your colors. Yes, find your colors. Colors matter. Depending on what type of color you use, puts your audience in a certain mood. My colors is white and black. The reason why I chose black and white for my YenoMason logo is because I'm dramatic, sophisticated, clean, innocent, and honest. Once you figure out your colors and what colors you decide to use, you need to go ahead and make your logo. You can make your logo for free. You can use this site right here to make your logo, or you can pay somebody to do it. But I'm gonna show you how to get to the point that you need to be without spending as much money. Every advice that I'm gonna give you, it's a free tool that you can use because that's how I started. I started to use my mind instead of to use my money.
Come on.
So I use my mind and time to create what I need to get done instead of using my money. But sometimes you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna need your money to create more time. So it's just all in the process. We talked about the 3 things that you need to build a brand. Number 1, you need to make a decision on what you need to do. Change your mindset from being a worker to a boss and develop discipline and dedication. Number 2, you find your niche. Once you find your niche, you need to find out what content you can create according to that niche. Is it teachable content? And if it is teachable content, you're able to provide value to your customers or your audience. And choose your name. You can choose your name according to your niche. And then once you decide out what name that you're gonna decide with, you need to Google search it. Google search to see if somebody else got it, because you're gonna use this name on all your social media accounts. Because this is how Google gonna find you. And if Google find you, this is how you get verified. Real easy, real simple. You done built the brand so quick. And then you need to find out what colors you're gonna use, because the colors that you decide to choose are gonna put your audience in a certain mood. So you need to be thinking about that. This is why I'm here to help you out. So if you like everything that I'm saying and you support your boy Yeno, go ahead and click the links below. This your boy Yeno. Welcome to the stripper game. I'm out. Peace.